Hey guys, how's it going? So, another week, another mobile suit. And we know what this one was, so real quick, let's go ahead and start with this. And these are out of order, but oh well. I'm going to kind of speed run this, especially when we get to the buffs and nerfs, because I am excited to get back into the grind of SD Gundam Battle Alliance. And right now, just because it's kind of become a meme of the run, I am doing gun tank only. And that does include Hayato and Kai with the gun cannon through the entire game. Let's go. I'm going to see if I can, how long it takes to get through the entire game with that setup instead of upgrading to other characters and better suits. Because, yeah, I do think the amount of damage the gun tank does is pretty insane, and having two of them is pretty cool. But, yeah, if you want to check that out, I'll be streaming that after this video goes up, and probably the rest of today. We'll see. I'm going to probably start with GBO2 dailies, though. But that's the plan for up-and-coming stuff. Now, SD Gundam Battle Alliance. I will talk about it real quick. I think it's good. It's fun. It feels a lot like Dynasty Warriors Gundam, which is something I've played. I've heard people say stuff like it kind of seems like Gundam Breaker, which, you know, it's a lock-on game. So you kind of lock onto a target and go hit that target with some kind of combo, either shooting or meleeing. And, you know, it's that kind of style. It does have some decent upgrade stuff, so you have some progression per suit. It has a lot of suits that you can get outright, and my only complaint so far for PC is that there apparently is a bug. You can't turn auto lock off. So, for instance, I got insanely tilted, and if I'm feeling froggy, I will put the clip here, but I raged really hard, even saying I would, you know, refund the game because it hasn't been 2 hours yet, because it was annoying. I kept failing because I was fighting Norris, you know, good custom, very strong. Gun tank, my kryptonite, you know, he's supposed to, I was trying to rewrite history here, okay? And it was going well until I'm literally meleeing him with the treads, and out of nowhere, ad spawns way over there behind buildings, and the camera's like, oh, we gotta lock onto that, woo! And then my camera just rotates instantly. I'm locked onto something way across the map, even though everything's turned off, and he just stabs me in the back. He breaks my butt. Yeah. So, it was tilting. Like, that's the most annoying thing right now. And from what I can tell, it's mainly on the PC, but people are complaining about the lock-on system. Other than that, though, I think the game is really good as far as the mechanics and what it's got. It's pretty fun. Definitely looking forward to playing with a squad and doing fun with friends things here soon, probably today or tomorrow. Other than that, though, my only concern, and the thing where I'm going to have to deduct points, is right now it looks like the DLC is going to have suits in it. And it's also going to have missions in it. And if they're doing more than just these packs, that's more suits and more missions. Now, the thing is, we don't know yet. We haven't got to test it yet, or there hasn't been confirmation. But I doubt you'll be able to get the suits free somehow, but that would be amazing if you could actually still obtain them somehow without spending the money, and the money part just gave you the suits without having to grind blueprints. That would be amazing. Give me a huge grind for these new suits in that case. Not a huge grind, but you know, like, right now it takes 4 of like tier 1, 2, 3 for some of the good suits. Give me like 15 or something. I would even take that. You know, make me run, you know, 30 maps to get the thing. But if they make it to where, say, a friend of mine buys the DLC and then I can play in that mission, that would be awesome. Because them getting it and then them wanting to play the new mission so they can get the stuff, well, that kind of sucks if we can't play together. And then imagine 10 packs down the road. That's 20 missions right now, because they're doing 2 missions and 2 suits, with one of the packs containing 3 suits. And here's the other part. One of those is a narrative thing. I forgot that it was narrative. But yeah, we're getting narrative Gundam. And if you really like narrative and you really were a fan of that movie, too bad. You got to spend an extra... we don't know what the individual packs are, or I don't know if they're up on Steam yet, but the season pass is $24.99. Assuming that's split into 3, that's roughly $8 per pack if they do it evenly. Most likely, with what we've seen from most companies, it's going to be about $10 for each pack. And that's for 2 suits. And that's rough. If your favorite suit's there, that's instantly $10 or $24.99 if you want multiple of them, just to get the game that you want. And anytime suits are locked behind this, I've complained about Gundam Versus over and over again, where they did all that. Just looking at the PlayStation Store DLC for Gundam Versus just to play suits is ridiculous. And Beyond, amazing. Everything's in it. Everybody can play all the suits. Fantastic. But before I go too far into that rant, because I definitely will be bringing this up if I do a proper review, I figured I'd at least kind of bring up some of the concerns there. Again, if this is more consumer friendly, like the stuff I pointed out, I'll definitely praise it and I will jump up and down. But if it's worst case scenario, that feels bad, dude. But anyway, though, again, fun game so far. I like it. Like the actual game for a Gundam game, pretty good. Other than the lock-on problem, everything works great. And it's a pretty good progression system. Moving on, though. They're banning people. There we go. Cool, we did that. Next, that's... Here we go. Wait for it. Boom. We have the... Wait, did I open an extra one? I opened an extra one. Lol. We have the Gelgoog Vertex Kyanos. And it's pretty good. It's pretty much Regelgu 2.0. If you like the Regelgu and you kind of like the Vertex quick turn stuff, this is the suit for you. I love the Regelgu. And looking at this, it is amazing. You actually have a ton of weapons. There's the normal suit, by the way. We'll just go ahead and show it off while this loads. That actually is a pretty awesome helmet. Okay, here we go. In here we have, let's see, for stats, while this is coming up. There it is. Okay, so you have a ton of weapons. You have the beam rifle, which is shown off there. You have the missiles on the back. You have the EOS downswing. You have the wrist rocket from the Regelgu, and then there's a counter, and that's all they show. Now, apparently the beam from the EOS rifle there, the bayonet gun thing, actually apparently takes 1 extra hit. Now, I don't know if people were testing it against the Regelgu because it has damage control 2, which would actually make sense. That would mean it would take another hit on top of that against the Regelgu. So either they were testing it against that, or if they tested against something without damage control, then that's even worse against itself. So that's kind of awkward. But overall, still does decent damage. It's got 1,000 damage on the bayonet beam. Main stats here, we have 19,000 health. I was kind of surprised. It's a little bit on the low side. 22 in all resist. 30 across the board for damage. Very even suit here. Very, very even. 130 speed, 225 top speed, 80 thruster. That's insane. I mean, quick turn. Let's go. 75 turn speed, 16, 18, and 10 for the part slots. Now, let's go through the beam rifle and other stats. So you can also put the Dryson bazooka on here, which is pretty nice. And that, you know, comparatively has a little bit more damage. Same cooldown. So you could do the bazooka. If you prefer bazooka, I mean, it's still an instant stun. There you go. Other than that, 2,100 damage. The beam rifle has a bit more range at 400, and it's very fast projectile, unlike a rocket. So, it, you know, whichever one you like, but their reload times are exactly the same. And, I mean, you get 50 more damage with the bazooka, but that's not really that much. So kind of take your pick which one you like. There you go. The bayonet has 800, I can see that, damage on it for its melee. You saw the crazy EOS swing. You knocked your team down and everybody else on the enemy team at the same time. Pretty crazy. You have the backpack missile pod, which you can shoot after you knock somebody down, back up, missile pod them, and then go in for whatever follow-up you want to. Really cool comboing there that you can do. It actually has hip Vulcans. The hip Vulcans are actually pretty good. They do stun pretty rapidly. Not bad, so they're pretty reliable. 60 rounds for that, and I think they fire at the same time, or they alternate. Either way, though, pretty good amount of bullets there to put out, and good stun value, so really well done on that one. I always can't stand when Vulcans are just literally useless, or barely able to finish off a kill, just saying. Then you have the little wrist rocket to go ahead and just one round, 12-second reload, good stun, really fast. Same thing as the Regelgu, feels really good. 2,400 damage if I didn't mention that. Then, on the bayonet, you have the beam. I already said 1,000 damage, 30% heat rate. And again, apparently it takes one more shot unless they were doing it against something with damage control. But if it does take one more shot on non-damage control, that is a little rip. But overall, 1,000 damage, not bad. 0.8 seconds. You can spam that out at least, get some good damage, maybe get a stun, and then follow up from there with any of your other insta-stuns. From there is a grenade launcher on the beam rifle. I keep forgetting about that. So if you do switch to the bazooka, you do lose the grenade. So I personally would not switch to the bazooka in that case, because a grenade, I mean, it is 200 meters as a distance, but that gives you 1, 2, 3 instant stuns with 3 really good build-up stun options. And this thing is actually insane for range, but it has a very balanced kit with 30 damage in each, so you can get in there combo. Doing both is definitely going to be great for this suit. If you find a support, you're definitely going to be able to stun, smack them around a bit, stun them again, smack them around a bit, stun them again, smack them around a bit, stun them again, knock them down, smack them around a bit. I mean, it's going to be gross against supports. It's got quick turns, so you can definitely avoid getting stunned, and damage control too, which is really nice. Now, the one thing you got to remember is you do not have the maneuver armor. So, skills-wise, we have Emergency Evasion level 2, so double dodge roll, that's always amazing. Anti-blast, so you can get in there melee. Quick turn, which is going to be essentially your maneuver armor if you can use it right. Force Injector level 2, melee combo controller 1, damage control level 2, so build-up stuns, very weak against this thing. And then that's pretty much it, other than some decent buffers. So, overall, it is great against build-up stuns, weak against just getting stunned by anything, but it does have a double dodge roll, and you have quick turn. So if you can really get used to the quick turn to avoid getting stunned, this suit is amazing. Now, you do take extra damage when you do use your quick turn, but, I mean, yeah, that's an easy price to pay for not getting stunned and being able to just go in on somebody. So, will this suit change the meta? I don't know. 600 is an interesting cost right now. There's a lot of good suits, and we'll have to see. There was actually a decent amount of people playing it, and then games where there weren't. I ended up checking out another game this morning just to see, and yeah, just the lobbies. I actually didn't get into a game because people rage quit, but as far as the team comps that I had, there was none of these, and then lobby closed, got into another one, people kept rage quitting. And then there was an entire team of these on my team. So, it's day 2. It's very popular to try it. So we'll have to wait and see by the end of the week. Personally, as a shooty person, I absolutely love this thing. And I'm going to do a spin. Tempted to do the half off, which is what we'll talk about now. But yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I don't know if it's going to replace anything, but if you like the Regelgu and you like the Vertex, it's pretty much a combo between both. I'm pretty sure the Regelgu doesn't have any maneuver armor, so if you like that, it feels about the same because of the size. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got on that one. Let me know in the comments, though, if you've got it and what you think. But moving on, we have the Gallus Shoes Room, level 2, and that also has a banner. So if you're a raid main and you want to spin on that, there you go. Boom. But I did mention the half off, and here we go. Half off. Now, I personally want to save my tokens because I'm afraid a 4-star is coming very soon, and I'm really afraid it's going to be a support. So, I'm saving. But, the suit's kind of cool. I might get debated. Just saying. So, yeah. If you do need suits, though, and you're new, half-offs are really good for that. Again, though, I have talked about this now that they've added 4 stars. Saving your tokens is actually a pretty cool thing, especially because the 7 steps, I tend to get a lot of stuff off the 7 steps, just saying. I might not get this now, but there's a good chance I'll get it way in the future. So we'll just have to wait and see. I'm going to maybe do a single and then decide by the end of the week whether I'm going to do the half off or not. But yeah, moving on, free camera. This is really cool. And actually, anything else before we get... Nope, that's good. Oh, that was a bug. Yeah, let's go ahead and cover this. Here's a bug real quick. The, Gotcha, the, Zagok and the Zagok E somehow ended up with Priority 2 instead of Priority 3 Melee. So, apparently that's been fixed. So, if you thought you were getting just somehow clashing with generals that you shouldn't be, or just getting wrecked by other raids, that is why. Free camera. I think this is awesome. Being able to get rid of the UI, you can make some awesome screenshots. You can make some awesome machinima type things. We could do little cutscenes. You know, maybe actually, you know, they showed the black tri-stars. I mean, it's time for a jet stream attack. You know, that would be kind of cool to do a little machinima recreation thing there. I'm just saying, I think it's cool. That would be awesome. Yeah, that would be a ton of fun to do. But other than that, tournament stuff. It's also free camera for that. Really cool to be able to move that around. That would also be something that would be cool to do. And yeah, hopefully we have something like that coming soon. But I think doing tournaments now that we have the spectator mode will be awesome. Instead of having 2 people running around as Akais in stealth mode. But yeah, other than that, here's the controls: left stick, camera movement; right stick, direction control, and then pretty much like you're flying in space kind of deal, right? So there it is. Touchpad turns the UI on and off. Target shuffle. What is this? By the spectator. Oh yeah, target shuffle can now be selected. Let's go. We'll talk about the buffs and nerfs here in a second. Game rules. Dual match rule. The newly implemented has been permanently available in Quick Match for 1 month as a implementation, but will now be available on weekend-only matches and custom matches. Personally, I love the dual thing. It is fantastic. I can't wait to play more of it. We talked about those. Here in this, I brought this up because for some reason the English version doesn't work right. This is stacked, dude. If you are, you know, welling, this is a stacked one. If you don't have the GG, it is fantastic. Great raid. Insane suit. Yeah, I wish they had this last month. Just saying. Then Regelgu. If you don't have it, this is insanely top tier for raids. So good. And I am loving what they did with the buffs to the Barzam Kai. So the potential free suit, if you play enough and you get enough tickets and kind of get a little luck there too, then yeah, you can get that one for essentially free. So yeah, that's pretty nice. But this is a very stacked welling month coming up for the metal stuff, which is kind of this is the ones where I'm like, that hurts. But there it is. I wish one of these two was in the place of the Barzam. Though I really love the Barzam, so I mean, I think it's a great suit. So either way, any of these being at the end is kind of a win. But yeah, there's that. Moving on to the rest of the stuff. DP store. Again, nothing in the RT shop. That is really weird. Or wait, was it nothing in the DP store last time? Something like that. Either way, though, the Super Gundam Level 3, which is a fantastic suit even at Level 3, is in the DP store. Go get it. It is fantastic if you can. Hopefully the rank requirement isn't through the roof. Other than that, the other two suits are okay, I guess. There's the marks that they added to the RT shop. I guess that technically was there. Then we have Clan Ranked, which I forgot to bring up. They did actually... the invincibility was sometimes not getting applied when you go NTD. I literally exploded once. I was like, oh, boom! You know, it just looked like you just went further beyond and overcharged myself to explosion. It was kind of funny. But it did happen, and it was very annoying. So that should be fixed, which is nice. Other than that, I didn't see anything too crazy, but there's those. Moving into the Clan Ranked, we have a 600 5v5 Ace Match Supply Depot coming up on the 26th. So yeah, good luck for people doing that. This is going to be a morning one. Actually, is that... No, that is... Wait. No, that's tomorrow. That's Friday morning. What? Okay, that's interesting. Huh. Am I crazy? No, that's Friday morning. Yeah. So that's tomorrow morning, looks like. Sheesh. Okay, well, good luck, people. Unless I'm crazy. Please correct me if I'm crazy and that's not Friday morning. Then honeycomb green. Is this the same one? If not, that's not green. All I'm saying. But yeah, that's closer to one of these colors. But anyway, finally seen this suit in the wild. Not bad. It's pretty good. I like it. I want it. So hopefully we have a late night one, which is coming up on the 10th. Ooh, that's that night. Actually, wait, that's on the 10th? Really? Wait a minute. That is... Oh, wait, that is a Saturday. Oh, okay. The 10th is a Saturday. My bad. I was just talking to somebody about the calendar. But, yeah, I'm crazy. So, the 10th. Next late night one. Simple. And we're in space. Lunar debris belt. That'll be interesting. 600 4v4. I'm really curious if next week is a 700. I really hope it's not a 700 4-star support, but it could be. Hopefully we just get some kind of 650 or, 600, 550. But yeah, I'm scared of next week. After that, we should have a pretty smooth sailing, looks like, till the, as far as getting tokens. And that's my hope anyway. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the buffs and nerfs real quick. And then we'll wrap up. Here we go. Buffs and nerfs. So the first thing, and I said wrap up and my dog is getting excited. I'm not actually standing up, dog. Double Zeta got buffed. Looking pretty good. Mostly all of these are just, yeah, they pretty much all did what they were kind of expected to. Moon Gundam, cool to try out now. Gelgoog ground type VD. Now this is one of those that like the people who were playing it probably are like jumping up and down because it got buffed and they're doing well. I would really like to know the percentage of players who actually play that suit. Gapley, kind of the same way. Looks like it's going up, but I want to know how many people were playing it. Cubulate Mark II is insane now. Go try it out. It is amazing. Deja Shar, completely amazing. Go try it out. I love playing the suit. Every time I see 650, I'm in there. Now that I got the suit, yes, it is good. Modified Rick Deja. I've been seeing this thing pop off, dude, at 600. If you have this, go try it. It's amazing right now. Emblem was playing her the other day. He was doing some insane work when we were duoing. Dagdoll. It's got amazing damage now. Just look at these numbers. It's above average now. Dagdoll feels great. Thank you for the buffs, guys. Zeta, HML. Right here. Still needs a bit more, but it's definitely getting closer. So, I'll take it. Survivability is up really nice, though. I really like that. Then we have the Gelgoog ground type. Again, I want to know the percentage here, but wow, at 400, whoever's doing work is doing work. I feel like this is like point something %, but man, it looks like they're doing work. Good job. Hama, yeah, feels great. Like, look at these numbers. I mean, it actually is pretty insane. So, good job. At its base cost actually is where it kind of is slacking a little bit. So that's kind of interesting. G-Line Full Custom. Great in duels after this buff. Was kind of not expecting this, but really nice to see. Mainly at higher levels is where it got some of its bigger buffs, but there it is. And now for the final buffs for this month. Rizel. Mainly level 2 getting a lot of stuff. A little bit of quality of life for its other weapons. The Beam Rifle cooldown getting shortened to 5 seconds from 5.5. And the reload time shortened to 12 seconds from 14. Other than that, reload is shortened from 12 to 10, and focus time heat rate is lowered from shield beam cannon as well. Other than that, we're getting level 2 stuff for damage across the board. Melee, shooting going up by 3 to 4% on those respectively, and power of the beam rifle going up by 100, and the focus beam going up as well. Power of the shield going up by 60 to 900, and the power of the focus shot as well on that. Honestly, did not know it actually focused on both of those. I forgot about that. But yeah, recently had a game yesterday where that was a thing. Oops. Kind of caught me off guard on that one. Let's see. Then we have the... Okay, that's in flying mode. Rick Dom Pooper. How to poop on the enemy team. Video coming soon, trademark. I promise nothing, but I do want to get it out one day. And yeah, I am jumping up and down because I got the level 2 during anniversary, and I can't wait to destroy some people. The mines got buffed. This is insane for damage. This is crazy. The tube missiles also got a buff. Now this is level 2 because it was lacking in damage a bit. But level 1 is getting the health benefits going from 16,500 to 17,500. 135 speed increase to 140. Thruster is increased from 65 to 70. Maneuver is increased from 54 to 57. And the chest special cushion material and the pretty much its buffers going up by 1 level each. So more survivability, getting in there, dropping mines, really good. I definitely feel the survivability issue when you're playing this suit, but you want to get in there and do the mines, and I have been popping off with some damage, so it feels pretty good. Next we have the Dija SER, gaining 2000 HP at all levels. The unit skill for the shoulder buffer is going up to 3, and at level 2 and above, it's gaining some damage, 4%. Yeah, this thing definitely needs some love. It definitely got power creep from when it came out. It was kind of a powerhouse for what it was. It was definitely a different playstyle, something kind of more akin to recently the Silver Bullet. But yeah, same cost essentially for what a lot of people would play, and yeah, definitely nice to see this getting some love again. Pretty cool suit. Moving on to the early production Gelgoog. Yes, that's still a thing, and I wish they would do this for more stuff. 0.3, 0.06, 0.02, 0.03. Yeah, it still gets played, but they're finally giving it some love. So thruster increased to 60 from 55, 3 turn giving it 60, close range, mid range, and long range slots going up a bit as well. Level 2 gaining melee damage and up, and then level 2 going from enhanced tackle 1 to level 5 and up. That's for level 2 and up. Level 2 and 3 gaining thruster output increase level 1, and level 4 and 5 gaining level 2 of that skill. I mean, it's the early production, so if it turns out to be cool and that's your suit, outstanding, but I mean, these numbers, I wish they showed that more on others. But yeah, Zaku 3, I just call this secret OP. I see people pop off on this thing. It is insane. So yeah, but speed was increased to 140. The turn speed was increased to 69. Nice. And the level 1 gaining leg buffer level 2. The level 2 gaining leg buffer level 3. Level 1 gaining shoulder buffer level 2. And level 2 gaining level 3 of that skill. The maneuverability, just like with the... and I don't think I mentioned this. Improved maneuverability with ground adjustment and switching directions with the Dom Stutzer. Same thing. Scooty suit buff always feels good for quality of life with that stuff. And then they increase the movement speed and distance for the downswing with the bayonet. So that's going to be kind of interesting to see how that combos together. Almost if it slows it down, actually, because it does increase the movement speed, but I'm hoping that means actual speed of attack. It means you can combo it a lot faster. That would be insane. That's an insane buff, actually. If it's meaning that you just go farther, that could actually slow down the animation total time, which could actually be a slight nerf to it. We'll have to wait and see. I'm guessing this is supposed to be a buff, so I'm here, actually right here. Attack performance of the sub-weapon. Distance of lower fighting attacks were short, making the attack difficult to reach the enemy unit. Therefore, we slightly increase the movement speed and distance. Okay, so it looks like it's just same thing, but you get more distance. Okay, cool. That's good. Awesome. Zaku half cannon, the general. I got debated when I saw this and thought it was the support. The general one, gaining 8% damage and gaining precision shelling and frontline support systems. I was kind of hoping that I was about to see stabilization device, and then hopefully down at the bottom I would see that for the half cannon itself, but sadly no. I mean, this suit's not bad, actually. I've been seeing it pretty often around 300 or just having a general. And it essentially does data links, so this is actually really insane to have. If you think mainly on the underground map where there's going to be a ton of raids, this thing does the job of a support. That's really awesome. The White Dingo is kind of fulfilling that role as well. I like this kind of transition for maps like that. And I kind of want to see a support-like general on every cost now because of that map. But hey, you know, maybe that's a little much. I know raids probably don't want to see that because that means there's going to be no target for them. Now, technically, they can still go after those suits because they kind of play like supports, but they are at disadvantage. And like that one, you can get the hay gun, the anti-air gun that just bop, 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 stun. It's crazy. The raid types, BST gaining some melee damage, actually insane here. Since it's ×2, that's 400 damage on its beam sabers. That downswing is disgusting now. Melee boost went up as well by 5% damage. This thing might be something to look at right now for a powerhouse in melee damage. With how wide its swings are, I used to just go in and knock over an enemy team. Might be something to look at right now. That's pretty good. And that is across all levels, which is kind of insane. Level 2, though, gaining the reaction booster program, level 1. So there is that, and that's level 2 and up. Galbaldi Alpha Hymo. I thought this was doing pretty well, but it gained 2,000 life. 5 or 10 or 6% beam resist, so now it has 10%. Thrusters went up to 70 from 65. That's always nice on a raid. Power was increased by 200 on its beam saber, the Alpha beam saber. Needle missile stagger value and the Hide bomb also went up in stagger value, though I thought this just stunned, so that's kind of odd. But hey, if something's boosting, maybe you can actually stagger with it now. I'm really curious to know what that value is. Heavy Gundam. Frame launcher. Range went up. Level 3 damage on pretty much everything went up, so there's that. So pretty nice for level 3. Heat rate, though, the main things for all levels, heat rate is lowered from 90 to 85%, and the stagger value on the frame launcher for the missiles went up as well. Hopefully this means you only have to hit with 1 or 2 to actually get a stun after you shoot the beam at somebody uncharged. Now, as far as it goes, power of the focus... Oh, yeah. And rigidity time was reduced for the beam cannon, so you can shoot it and then switch to your frame launcher and actually do something pretty legit. Yeah, that's a huge buff, quality of life right there for all levels. But the main thing, at 3, the damage is looking pretty nice. Almost, well, 15 for the missiles, 160 for... Nope, sorry, 60 only for the beam cannon, though it still chunks like crazy. And then... 9 more damage per bullet on the Gatling. So really nice there. Level 3 could be something to look at, and then level 4 gaining those as well could be pretty nice. As you can see here, the numbers are definitely really low, and they're kind of low across the board, which is kind of depressing. I think the suit actually has a lot of damage, and I think it's just power creeped, and they should really be buffing the damage across the board to bring it back up to what it kind of used to be. Because it really is just a damage vomit suit, and that's it. Gelgoog Cannon, surprisingly getting a buff, and our last suit to talk about here. 1,000 health, which is always nice for supports, gaining some survivability. Reload shortened from 18 to 13 seconds on the beam cannon. That is actually insane, and I definitely want to try that out in a game. I didn't think I'd be saying I'd be wanting to play the Gelgoog Cannon these days with the power creep, but hey, that's pretty good. 13 seconds to just chunk somebody is pretty legit. The increased bullet velocity when firing is really nice as well. That means, you know, they widen the beam already, and boom, you should pretty much just hit whatever you're... It was already fast. Now it's even faster. That's crazy. Power has been increased from 350 to 375 on the ARM 3-2 missile launcher. Not bad, but I mean, it's hardly any damage at all. Looking at the damage numbers, yes, it needs some love, but pretty much if you don't hit the beam, that's your damage. Like, you have to hit that beam. It is insanely crucial. Like, you are more than a sniper because of that beam. Like, if you don't hit that beam, you are literally doing nothing in that suit. I mean, you might bazooka and knock down, but I mean, really though, that is like 90% of your damage is shooting that beam and hitting it. But anyway, that's it. We're done. So, let me know in the comments down below anything and all thoughts about everything I was talking about. I know this was a long one. I'll try to get timestamps. If I can't, my bad. Definitely wanted to get into SD Gundam, so it's more so I want to get into SD Gundam, honestly, than time this time. I mean, it's technically time, but I want to do more SD Gundam. So, going to be doing that, and as far as Gundam, if you catch me playing today after this video goes up, I'll see you then. If not, again, I'll be doing SD Gundam things. Podcast, we should be doing the podcast soon, trademark, probably within a week or so. We'll probably do a SD Gundam section, a big section on it. Go over the buffs and nerfs. These are actually pretty quick, and kind of talk about the patch and kind of post what happened with the anniversary and stuff, and you know what our thoughts overall are, and kind of sum up that a little bit. I think is going to be most of the topics. But anyway, let me know anything and everything in the comments down below. But that will be it for this one, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Usual stuff in the description. Twitch, Twitter, Discord. Hopefully TikTok and Instagram soon trademark, because I did extend the giveaway by a few days. I probably should have put that at the beginning, but oh well. I'll put a comment and description. But yeah, that'll be it for this one. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Peace!